Hey guys, my name is Monica Rawal. You're watching Narrating Movie Review with HD City. And today I'm going to talk about the latest anthology film, Ajeeb Daastaans, that's now streaming on Netflix. Not very often we come across a film that boasts of a stellar cast, brilliant performances, intriguing narrative, and a storyline that only gets better with each sequence.
हम किसी और से प्यार करते थे तो आपसे कर नहीं पाएंगे।
इस देश के सब मर्द ढोंगी क्यों हैं? अगर धोखा दे सकते हैं तो खाने की भी हिम्मत रखिए।
Ajeeb Dastaans is an anthology of 4 films, and unlike previous anthologies that we have seen, love stories, ghost stories, or unpaused, this one does not revolve around any one common particular theme. Perhaps that's why each of the stories in Ajeeb Dastaans get a chance to stand out and make an impact without the baggage of being compared to each other.
आपका नाम भारती है ना? आपकी आंखें बहुत सुंदर हैं।
We get to see flawed characters, layered emotions, fragile relationships, and unexplained desires that come together to highlight and explore stories of domestic violence, patriarchy, toxic masculinity, casteism, and much more. What's rather interesting about Ajeeb Dastaans is that none of the 4 directors force-feed their version onto you, but leaves it to us to interpret the characters as well as the climax of the stories. The storytelling is so compelling that each of the 4 films can be turned into a 2-hour commercial potboiler. Not that I'm complaining how beautifully each one was told in a quick time frame of 30 minutes. Starring Shefali Shah and Manav, Kaul, Ankahi by debut director Kayoze Irani is an extremely delicately narrated story and the most relatable out of the 4 I felt. I loved how Shefali's character switches from being so strong yet vulnerable at times. Her beautiful eyes talk. Without uttering a word, both she and Manav Kaul emote so well with their expressions and sign language. Neeraj Ghyawan's Geeli Pucchi, featuring Aditi Hydari and Konkona Sharma, emphasizes on the disparities and emotional vacuum these 2 women are dealing with in their respective lives. It's a strange bond they form, but something is amiss, which leads to an interesting turn of events and the final twist. Khilauna by Raj Mehta stars Nushrratt Bharuccha and Abhishek Bannerjee, along with child actor Inayat Verma, who we last saw and loved in Ludo. My favorite film of the lot, it's the multi-dimensional arcs given to each character in this story that intrigue me the most. Nushrat has so convincingly stepped out of a comfort zone, and Abhishek once again impresses us with his raw and rustic demeanor. Talking of Inayat, she not just looks cute on screen but delivers a terrific performance. Lastly, Shashank Khaitan's Majnu with Jaideep Ahlawat and Fatima Shaikh, which is actually the first film in the anthology, is high on drama but somewhat lacks depth. I felt it touches upon the subject of interpersonal relationships only superficially and does not really build much on it. While Jaideep, like always, gives a top-notch performance, Armaan, who we saw in Befikre, is quite a revelation in this story. Ajeeb Dastaans is a stark take on complexities of human behavior that each one of us encounter at some point in our lives. But the way it taps on and explores a plethora of emotions is something that is just phenomenal. Even the music and background score is so aptly placed in each film that it adds soul to the whole storytelling experience. The lyrics just flow with the emotions that the characters bring on screen. You would love watching these contrasting stories one after the other. And trust me, for once you would wish it lasted for a little longer. You can watch Ajeeb Dastaans on Netflix. This is me signing off for now. See you soon with a new review.